Hello, Satnam, it's me, Shakti Sundari, and I'm back with you today for the next verse from the Radiance Sutras by Lauren Rocher. I am back in Trent Park, my beautiful place to go to, and it's a gorgeous, beautiful summer's day, super sunny, and I'm just sitting to rest on my special bench, which is even more special today because my beloved is here from Australia. He's finally arrived and we've been walking around the park and he's just sitting here with me meditating while I speak to you. So that feels very, very beautiful and grounded and peaceful inside to have him here with me finally after being apart for so long. And excited to share today's Yukti verse with you. We are on Yukti verse 39 today. Can't believe that I've been reading these verses for so many days. It's amazing. And each day is a new inspiration. So let's go on to the verse. Today's Yukti verse number 39 from the Radiance Sutras. So here's the Sanskrit. Bhave tyakte niruddha, chit na eva, bhava antaram vrajet. Tada tat madhya, bhavena vikasyati bhavana. And I'm just going to read that through a second time. Bhave tyakte niruddha, chit na eva bhava antaram vrajet. Tada tat madhya bhavena vikasatyati bhavana. And then the English translation. Cast aside the 10,000 things and love only one. Don't go on to another. Engage your lively awareness with this one focus, one object, one thought, one symbol. Now go inside. Find the center, the soul, the heart. Right here, in the middle of the feeling, attend the blossoming, attention vast as the sky. And as I read that last line, attention vast as the sky, I can hear an aeroplane going overhead in the sky above me and just casting my gaze slightly up and out. I can see this beautiful vista of blue sky with puffy white clouds, so it's a really helpful visual to support that reading of the attention vast as the sky. So let's examine this meditation, today's meditation. Cast aside the 10,000 things and love only one. I've said this many times as we've been going through these meditations, but in many ways what meditation is simply putting your full attention upon one thing. And here it's really set out for us. Cast aside the 10,000 things, the craziness, the busyness of the mind, which is generating so many thoughts, impressions and impulses constantly. What we're aiming to do with any meditation practice is to quieten that crazy monkey mind, to come to a place of complete neutrality and stillness where there is no thought. And one way to this is a practice such as this. Cast aside the 10,000 things and love only one. And what I love about that, the way it's couched in this beautiful sensual language, is that we are invited to love you know, rather than focus on one thing, which sounds very harsh and strict and demanding perhaps, we're invited to love only one thing. So the heart is involved in this. But it's an invitation to focus on one thing. Don't go on to another. Engage your lively awareness with this one focus, one object, one thought, one symbol. So there are many different ways in which we can do this. We could have one word, one mantra, for example, sacred syllable, a sacred sound that we repeat again and again, doing japa, the repetition of mantra, to get that vibration going through our whole being. One symbol we can focus on, that's what, for example, yantra is, a piece of sacred geometry that represents a feeling state or a certain level of awareness. There are yantras associated with different goddesses, with the god, with different chakras, for example, or with different mantras. We can also just find one thing. Have you ever had the experience where you're engaging in an activity and you become so immersed in that activity, whatever it is, painting, drawing, singing, writing, that you forget all sense of time? And of course, I'm aware of this as I'm sitting here with my beloved, we can direct all our loving attention upon one person without moving on to the other, and just experience that sense of focused love, containment, and yet the expansion that can happen within that. Because so often people think of focusing on one thing as a limitation, but actually the discovery to be made is that in giving our full awareness and our full attention to one thing, we expand out into the infinite. And then moving on. Now, so we have engaged our lively awareness with one focus. Now, go inside. Find the center, the soul, the heart. So this is not just a mental abstraction. It's not just a mental exercise. We are engaging our soul, our heart, our very core, that which is beyond this finite self. Right here in the middle of the feeling. Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because we're talking about awareness, which is so much about mental focus, mental attention, and then going inside to the heart, and then there's mention of the feeling. So how does it feel to have our attention completely focused on one object, one thought, one symbol? What are the sensations that arise? What do we experience physically, kinesthetically? The feeling. Right here in the middle of the feeling, attend the blossoming. So beautiful. And I'm just reminded, we were walking earlier on in the Japanese water garden and we saw a lotus flower literally in the mud. And you know, there's that saying about lotuses need the mud to flower, just like our soul needs to go through some difficulties to blossom. So in the middle of the feeling, attend the blossoming. Attention, vast as the sky. And so there's that beautiful image, that beautiful metaphor, and the gift of this practice, which is that as we take our awareness upon one thing and go deep, deep, deep inside, going in, we blossom open to the vast expanse of the universe and everything that is. And feeling into that, I notice my own heart blossoming into a sense of, vast, vast, vast peace, love, oneness. So that's it. That's today's beautiful Yukti verse. thank you for being with me as always. And join me again tomorrow for the next reading from the Radiance Sutras by Lauren Roche. Thank you for being with me. Sat Nam.